Ballsy, commentary, and plenty.
Hello, YouTube! Spoosy coming right at you with another commentary. Today we're playing Ezreal in a new sort of blue build inspired way. We're gonna dive into that in a second, but first things first, I do have another giveaway. It was a while since I did one of these, and I finally found something fun that I'd like to give away to you guys, and it's the desktop mini sight or vision ward. They're so cute! You might have seen me on stream when I got these delivered to me, and you definitely need one of these next to your keyboards for that vision is clear, you know! So I do have 10 of these to give away. In order to win, go to the Facebook link down below, answer the stupid question, type in your stupid email, and also type in if you want a green or a pink one if you win. Competition will be running until next Sunday. That's Sunday the 23rd, and yeah, I thought that'd be fun. I like to give away fun stuffs like this, you know? It's really cute to have next to your keyboard. You do need to glue it together though, it comes in 2 parts, but that's fine. So blue-inspired Ezreal. I heard this build from Grandpa, he had some success with it in Ranked. I've tried it out, and I really do like it, because I like to poke with strong Qs from afar. For the runes, I do go flat AD, marks, and quints, because I am going to build a BT in this build. Armor, seals, and cooldown reduction blues instead of magic resist. Masteries 2190, pretty standard. You could put 9 points into utility if you want, but I do like to get that defensive stuff. Get yourself a drink, guys. I've got a cup of coffee right here, and that's the way to enjoy a commentary. So we are pushing a little bit harder than they are, which means that we will ding 2 earlier than they do on this melee creep. We ding it, and Thresh actually goes in and flays hooks and forces the Draven flash, which is a very aggressive play, and I really like it, because Draven is now a little bit more on the defensive side, having burned his flash. Now, yeah, sure, Thresh burned his flash as well, but I feel like it's definitely worth, and we keep pressuring the lane. So this blue build inspired Ezreal is gonna focus on getting an early tier, which is an investment that is definitely gonna be worth late game, but early game can hurt you, which is something you're gonna have to bear in mind. You put 700 gold into an item that doesn't give you any damage, and that's a nice hook, knowing that the minion is gonna die. He lands a key hook, and we pick up first blood, and Vi comes in, but it's way too late for a rescue. So yeah, and you gotta keep that in mind. What this build is all about is hitting strong Qs late game. Like, hitting Qs on squishes that deals extreme damage can actually turn the fights late, and since you will have infinitive mana in comparison to if you build a standard AD build, you can also poke a lot, which I like to do. I like to use a lot of abilities on Ezreal, and often. And that's what it's all about. But what you want to do is you want to get that early tier to keep it, to start it stacking early, and then you want to go for a BF sword into Bloodthirster, and then you could finish your Muramanono, and depending on the situation, you're going to go for that or the Triforce. Triforce is going to be a part of your build as well, so there's a lot of damage. After that, you can go Black Cleaver or Lost Whisper, and as you can tell, there isn't much defensive stats in this build, and that is because you will be at far poking. You will be pretty safe most of the time with your summoners and everything up. I have no idea why I flashed her. I was pretty scared that Vi was gonna go for me, I guess. So yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, as you can see, this lane is, we're doing okay, I think. We do have the first blood, and Lux comes in. Oh, I hit my microphone. I'm a noob. Lux comes in and secures that with her ult, and Thresh is out of position, which is really good for us, so we can deeps him. I do save some mana to try and last hit this, but no, the AP and Vi damage too strong. Pushing out the lane, soon being 6, and I'm gonna push out the lane with my ultimate, I think, and go back and buy. I do have a lot of gold right now. Ideally, a first back would be Tear and BF Sword, but that's a lot of money you need. I get Tear and Vamp Scepter, which is pretty good, but remember, if I would have gone for a BF Sword, I would have way more damage, so you gotta keep that in mind. Here comes a gank, a nice little gank indeed. Draven's gonna flash again, there comes the ult. I'm just waiting to get into good positioning with my E in order to land Qs afterwards, which I do, and I pick up the kill on Draven. Thresh is not gonna get away from this one. A double kill is mine to claim. But yeah, so we're pretty ahead at this point. Excuse me. I do think I have a cold coming in. Take a sip of that coffee. We're pretty ahead, but we're actually going to do some mistakes that will sort of like turn the game-ish again, because, yeah, at some point in this game, we're going to have some pretty nasty Drake fights going on, and For now, though, we're still putting on a lot of pressure in this bot lane, doing some nice deeps with those Qs, waiting with my E to reposition or use it defensively. And there's the Lantern. Here comes Vi. I'm glad I have my E up. So if she goes for me, which she doesn't, she goes for Thresh, which is a little bit weird because he still has Flash and I don't. So I guess that's just communication on their side. Excuse me, I don't know what's up with this. But she should definitely have gone for me there. So here's a weird thing. We check with the Lantern, but because of the limited sight, we do not actually catch her. So she's still there, and she goes in. I see a good lineup for my ult. I use it, and I actually go ham here because YOLO mode. I pick up a kill on Draven. I try and reposition so my Q is gonna hit Thresh. It does. I pick up the double, but there's no way I'm getting away from this one. Typing Wurf in the chat is gonna be what I do there, and that's what you want to do. Like if you go ham, type Worth, even if you lose. That's totally legit. Okay, so I do have a BF sword now, stacking that Q rapidly. A lot of pressure in the lane constantly. The thing about Draven, he is a good pick versus Ezreal. I'm going to flash out of that because don't want to get too low. And Thresh is really scary on the turret, so rather safe than sorry. Draven is a good pick versus Ezreal, but if you're behind, Draven is actually a little bit tricky because what Draven actually does with his Q is line you up for easy Mystic shots. So here I can see that he's going to stay on the right side of the turret and I can just easily poke him. And yeah, but the damage is way higher. So you're actually going to see a fight later when he is as behind as he is, but still managed to put out a lot of deeps. Doing a little proxy action here, looking at that big Wraith. Got to look at it, you know. So Draven's out of position here. We do get the turret. And now you can actually see the damage coming in though, because yeah, he's definitely out of position. This should be an easy kill. I go for the deeps with Q, but since Thresh lands his Lantern, you can see that Draven actually puts out a lot of damage and almost kills me. Thresh really wants this kill. He flashes, he exhausts. If he would have had Ignite, he would have picked up the kill. But right now, the lifesteal is too strong in this one, and I do survive. A little bit of a sloppy play. I should have E'd and dodged the hook, in which case I would never have gotten so low. But as you can see, Draven puts out a lot of deeps in combination with Thresh. So we come back, we go for Drake. We just assume that they have no vision, but it appears that they are all here and just waiting for it. And we're in a bit of a bad position here because we split up. Vi goes for the Ziggs, and I'm like soloing Draven and Thresh here because my Thresh got really low and I die. Lux cleans up the Ziggs there, and Thresh goes 1v1 versus Draven. A pretty fair fight, if you know what I mean. They do kill each other. Lol. So that was a little bit derpy. We do not come out behind, I think, but we definitely could have done that way better. I'm sorry, my friends, about the cough. Lux is gonna kite this Darius pretty well. He's been winning the top lane and he's pushed out that, so he's roaming around now, but it's gonna be futile. He's gonna die and I'm gonna jump around and oh my god, he got assassinated. So now they do Drake, which is very unfortunate for us because they all respawned and they went for Drake straight away, and we face check it with Thresh, which means that yeah, not only did they get Drake, but they also maybe get a kill on him. I see a binding come in, so I decide to go ham on him, and that's a bad arcane shift. I should have waited and tried to kite him out and maybe wait for Lux to come down there. But yeah, they get a double kill and Drake. We get one kill on Thresh, so they actually come out ahead on that one. So yeah, these are the derp fights I'm talking about. They're really weird, but Thresh is going to be out of position, trying to clear a pink ward. And I'm really surprised that Lux binding didn't hit. It really looked like it was gonna hit. So I missed my bananas. Stepping into the satchel charge, not what it's called, I don't know, the minefield. And here the poking commences. And I'm trying to just hit key targets and just as well as stay out of range of the zoning abilities that they got. You can actually do some EQ action pokiness, but you're gonna be really risky. You can only do it when they have their cooldowns off, because if they like counter that, you're in a really bad spot. So you want to be really mindful of where you're at and how you're poking. And yeah, I don't have the Muramanono, but I do have the Sheen, so that's some exquisite poke coming out, and that's a kill on Draven, flashing out just to make sure I don't get caught. And I'd like that. I mean, that's what it's all about, using arcane shift offensively and like jumping around and poking and just being a complete annoyance, and I really like it. So I wouldn't be able, I would definitely not have the mana needed to do that if I wouldn't have gone for the tier. I would have more damage with every hit if I wouldn't have gone for the tier, but you can see the payoff here, and that's the mindset you want to have, really. Nice little hook is going to come in. I'm going to finish the turret, and then we're going to do some deeps to this Darius. I'm going to jump around. I do get the kill. That was a little bit weird, but it worked out. So I'm going to ward up, and since we see that Ziggs is there, I'm going to use my bananas. I think he was at Wolves, but he turns out he wasn't. So this is a very sloppy fight. We're both jumping around. I'm dodging some Qs from him, and I pick up the kill. Not the cleanest of fights, but again, whole lot of fun playing Ezreal this way. Really do enjoy it. Pushing out this turret now. Good job. Looking at that blue, and we actually managed to claim it. Lux is going to get it. And then we're going to look for Draven. Some blind skill shots coming in. Madness, I tell you, madness. We bump into their entire team here, and Vi's going to be a little bit scared flashing out. I can understand that. She is a little bit squishy. She has a lot of damage. As well as this Vi. I mean, look at that. She's... with Draven, she has enough to just kill me. And that's the thing about Vi. That's why she's really strong right now. Even though you're behind, you can still often kill the squishes with your entire combo. But the Lux damage, oh my god, picking up the double right there. So we actually do manage to turn that fight. And a long little engage here is going to allow her to pick up another kill on Darius. And become legendary. Really cool. Good job. Lux is a nice champion to play, man. I should pick her up again. I've been playing a lot of mid lately. In other news, I'm placed in Ranked. I turned out Platinum 3, which I'm happy with. We're going to get that back to Diamond on stream in time. Nice Bananas is going to start off this fight. And a hook comes in on Darius, and I'm just landing poke here on Ziggs, which is what I want to do. Lux follows up with an ultimate, which gets the kill. I position myself a little bit awkwardly, using Arcane Shift to reposition myself, and that's what I love about this build again. Doing a lot of damage to this. A way too early barrier coming out there, because I think I would get flayed. And that is actually going to turn out to hurt me pretty much when I go in, I don't know. When I go in ham mode-tastic on this Draven. Look at that damage, though. If I would have had... my barrier here, I wouldn't have died to this Vi, but instead I do, which is a shame. So, could definitely have used my summoners better, and Flash is going to be up right there, so a bit unfortunate. But you can see the damage, and you can see the teamfight strategy coming out. Like, you can, when you're fed like I am in this game, you can actually go aggressive with your E, but you're really safe, and you're poking, and you're landing key Qs to set up the fight. And here we'll go for a very, very risky Brawn. You know, when you're ahead, go Brawn. You know how we do it. I really want to grab that blue because it's really useful on blue. Well, not blue, but blue-inspired Ezreal. We're not going to do the Baron. We're going to go in on them. And they're going to stack up so neatly here that I'm going to hit an ultimate that just makes me go, not giggity! And that's just a lot of damage coming in. All my abilities go off, and that's a triple, and there's the surrender. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Go to the Facebook page and the link down below to enter the competition to win a sight or vision ward that you can place on your desktop for clear vision, you know. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. You can add it to your favorites and share it on Facebook and Twitter. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got 3 videos coming out each week, usually League of Legends and other LoLs, so make sure you do that. Thanks for watching, friends. Have a fantastic Sunday evening, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been Spazzy and Planty, and we're both out.